Finally, you hit this video and decided to get some information about current situation of euro dollar. Before we actually get into the video, I would like to tell you that I'm not here to give some kind of advice for you to do something specific. Take your own risk and do your own analysis too. I'm just gonna give my insights of the market right now, and I'll hope it will be really informative for y'all. So if y'all are really busy right now, save it for later and relax and watch it really well. So let's just get into it. Alright, so guys, here is the monthly chart. I'm gonna be gradually going down to the lower time frame and tell you guys about my analysis. So this is how it looks like on the monthly chart, the euro dollar, and there is so much data over here. So let's just simplify it and let me show you guys. We only have to focus only from this candle to this candle. Only this. Forget about all these data from behind. We're gonna be focusing about only from here to here, and it will be really actually easy for us when we will focus about only here to here, because there is so much complexities of these history. So let's just give it some lipstick. So as we can see that from this candle to this candle we went to the discount, right? So before we actually went to the discount, market took this high. I want you guys to focus on this high. All right, market took this guy high, and market respected the constant encouragement of this week. Look at the bodies, respecting, right? So this is actually a really good sign that we are in a bearish, like from here we are in a bearish movement and go to this really good fair value gap, and we come down, we take the sell side from here, we fill this gap, and we started going higher, right? So let me show you guys how it looks like on the weekly chart. So this is how it looks like on the weekly chart. We can see that the monthly fair value gap has been filled really good, and I actually did this analysis, the one I'm showing you right now, when we were over here. I already told, I mean not really told, I already analyzed the market that we are gonna go up now and take these sweet relative equal highs, because market love relative equal highs. Why not? Of course. So let's deep down and study from here. So we fill this gap, right? On the weekly time frame, we fill this gap, we go up, right? We come down, and what do we see here? We respect the constant encouragement of this wick, right? What does it show to us? It actually show us that the market is willing to go higher now, and this is how you actually improve your confidence in your bias, right? So actually deleting it, we go up, and we are over here now. So like this week was a really good one and a really big candle, and now we are over here, and I'm gonna show you guys. Look, we had this big fair value gap, market came down, and look at this fair value gap. Look how market is just respecting this fair value gap. That is just, guys, that is just crazy, right? So that is how you actually build confidence in your bias, right, and your analysis. So we are really aiming for this high, and I hope we get them sooner or later, and I'll show you guys on the daily chart now. So this is how it looks like on the daily time frame. We can see that we took the sell side over here, and we filled this fair value gap. Look at the bodies respecting the constant encouragement of this fair value gap, and then we came down and respecting the consequent encouragement of this wick, and then we go up, like close to this high, we make some liquidity, and then we go down back to this fair value gap. Look at the body respecting the consequent encouragement of this invariant fair value gap. This is just really good, right? And then it booms, it goes up, it take this high right here, it take this high, and straightly it take this high. After taking these two relative equal highs, market goes back to the BC, like the weekly BC right here, right here. It goes right there, and then it booms, it goes up again, and it is really close to the target, like the target of my analysis, right? These highs are really important because they are relative equal, and there might be, will be so much stop losses over there. Market will love them. Dropping down to the 4-hourly chart, we can see that we are over here. This is the weekly fair value gap, and this is also the weekly fair value gap, which is actually invariant fair value gap. And we take this high, we create some liquidity over here, we go and fill this invariant fair value gap, the weekly one that I showed you earlier, and then we look at the bodies respecting the consequent encouragement, right? And then we go up, we disrespect this fair value gap, right? We actually disrespect it, and what we do next, we actually come back in this fair value gap and make it an invariant fair value gap, which actually shows us the will of the market to go higher, right? And it also do it the second time, and look how it is so clean at the second time. It is respecting the consequent encouragement of this wick, right? Of this fair value gap. Yeah, this is the sign that your bias is really correct and the market is bullish. And after like taking these highs, this high, we create some liquidity over here, and then what do we do? We consolidate over here a bit. And why do we actually consolidate over here? Because there was Trump news over here, like I think over here or something, or this candle, I think. That's why we actually consolidate over here to create liquidities, and so market can swap them later because of the news. And even in the news, guys, this is the thing that is important to notice, guys. Even in the Trump news, the market still respected this fair value gap, right? When the market was really volatile, market still respected it, and it shows us the bullish sign again. This is how you actually get confidence on your bias, right? So it goes up, it take these highs, it take the previous high, and let me tell you which gap is that. This is no, this is daily fair value gap right here. Mentioning this daily fair value gap right over here, dropping down to the 4-hour again. Look at the bodies respecting the consequent encouragement. After passing through this fair value gap, the bodies are closing below the fair value gap, right? And the twice time, bodies actually respected the consequent encouragement of that fair value gap. And there is also another thing to be noticed right here. We have this wick, and look how this wick is respecting the consequent encouragement of this wick. Isn't it perfect, guys? Isn't it so perfect? And look at this wick respecting the midpoint of this daily fair value gap. So at this point it actually shows us that the market is gonna go to the discount. Look at this expansion. This is so long expansion, right? So in order to actually go up further to take these highs, let me delete it. To actually go further to take these highs, we're gonna go down first. We're gonna go to the discount from, I think, let me show you guys. From this low to this high, we actually went to the discount already though. We are respecting this fair value gap. I hope we respect this fair value gap. Look, look at the body closing right at the midpoint of this fair value gap, right? Isn't it respecting it? Look, this is so perfect, guys. This is the algorithmic price delivery. Even after Trump news, it is still respecting these things. That is actually really amazing to see. And this is the hourly time frame, and look how sweet it actually looks, right? So we actually fill the fair value gap, the daily fair value gap over here. We come down, right? We goes up. Look at these two wicks respecting the midpoint. It creates liquidity right there. Market swept it with this wick and goes down. Boom. Look right there. And there's also another thing to be noticed, that from here, from this wick to this wick, this is the OTE level. If you haven't seen the ICT OTE entry, then y'all should check it out. And this is a really good entry point, and it is really effective. Look how the market is respecting the OTE level from this high to this low. Look, isn't it perfect, right? It also took the buy side, it filled the fair value gap, the invariant fair value gap, and we are at the OTE level. Y'all could go short over here. Set your stop loss over here, and y'all could get an entry over here and TP in this fair value gap, the 4-hourly fair value gap for real. So we come down, we respect the consequent encouragement of this fair value gap, the 4-hourly one. We goes back up, right? We actually goes back up, and we respect the OTE level again over here. There's a bit of damage over there, but that is completely fine, guys, because the bodies are closing in the OTE level, right? So this is completely permissible. And then after that, it was actually Friday, so why don't we go up from this point over here? Why don't we go up and take this high? Why? Because we just respected the consequent encouragement of this candle. Then why don't we take this high? Guys, listen, this day was actually Friday, and what happens on Friday is actually when all the week was actually bullish, then on Friday the low of the, like, the closing price of the weekly candle forms, and when it forms, the market goes down, right? So if I show you the weekly candle, market couldn't really close the price over here, right? Market couldn't close the weekly candle over here, so it has to go down. Look, all the weekly candles, all the bullish weekly candles, their closing price is not over here, they are a bit below. So that's why it usually happens on Friday, I mean, like, mostly. So that's why we didn't go up and took these highs. I actually like market can still go down to this fair value gap after when it will open this Monday. I'm like tomorrow easily, yeah. It can fill this fair value gap. I don't want to see it go down and take this low, right? This is how it looks on the 50-minute time frame, right? So there's nothing really to be noticed there right here to like judge the bias of the current situation of the EU. But on the 50-minute time frame, I will tell you what I'm gonna look for the next day, tomorrow, of course. like the opening of the new candle, the weekly candle. So let me tell you what I'm looking for now. It recently took these two sell side liquidity, these two lows, and I wanted to take at least this high and then go back to the discount. Like if it took from here to here, I wanted to go back to discount from this low to this high, like over here, yeah, and then I'll look for some long entry point, and then I will be seeing the market to go up, back up, take these highs here, 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 and finally this is our target, right? On the weekly time frame, this is our target. These highs are our target, yeah. So that was it for today's video, guys. I actually live stream daily, so like if y'all want to check it out, y'all should subscribe this channel and hit on the notification button so y'all can get notification of my live streams. I am not really actually a good trader though. I'm not yet even a funded trader, but I try to share my journey so y'all can get some help, and I'll see you guys in the live stream. Peace.